Right then, another bit of a different video. Sort of thought it's not often that we have 4 caddies in all at the same time, and 3 of them that side are all pretty much the same spec. So we'll have a little talk about what they are and what's different and what sort of problems you can face with these vehicles, and then we'll go from there basically. So we'll get that one out of the way first. That's Tom's 1.6, that's a CAYC, which started out with a 5-speed manual, so that's 102 horsepower 5-speed manual, but we've converted it to 6-speed, big turbo, all that sort of stuff, which spec for that. It's similar to like Bobby's Golf, so we'll put spec of Bobby's Golf in, but the engine's exactly the same. But to anybody looking at that, that's not a wrap, that's all airbrushed and lacquered and everything, so don't upset Tom by saying it's a wrap. And then we're on to the newer ones then. So these are, I think we've got a 18, 19, 20 plate. I can't remember which one's which now, they've all got private regs on, which makes it harder for us anyway. But basically, these are all the 2-litre DFS engine, but the difference is that one was a DFSD, which is the 102 horsepower, and that had a 5-speed manual. So we've converted that to 6-speed and done the 2260 turbo and all that sort of stuff as well. So that is that dyno graph, which this one does see the track. So 256 is the sort of safe daily tune, 234 is the track tune that we've done, which that's going to be switchable on a Powergate. And then the other one is that one, the grey one, which this is just going to be on the road, similar power, really happy with that. So the difference in those two to that one, these two have got bigger injectors in, because they allow, or the different injectors, they allow the same, if not a little bit more power usually, at lower EGTs, which this one, we've not done the final dyno testing yet, but on the standard injectors it did 250, same as that one. So we're expecting probably into the 260s on that, because that's Keith, he's got the Amarok as well. So we know he's not going to be driving it like Matt did and take it to the track and try and melt everything. So these are pretty simple spec, intercooler, turbo kit, they've just got the turbo kit, induction kit, all that sort of stuff. They've not got, these have got the charge coolers on. It's that one that's got the intercooler on, but it's not even our intercooler anyway, so I don't know why I mentioned it. So these have got the charge coolers, which seem fine at this sort of power, pretty much the same charge coolers like the GTD Cooner engines, which are 184. So they're pretty good. And like I said, that one was a 5 and that's a 6-speed. That one's a DSG, that one's a manual. So that's the exact spec I'd have if I had a Caddy, at least colour-wise and everything. I'd probably have a DSG, but you never know. But yeah, a little bit of confusion going on with what we've got and what we ain't got. But all these really tune up really nice. This is a nice spec. It's not ridiculously expensive to get to that spec. You do lose a little bit of the low end. Maybe a slightly smaller turbo wouldn't be a bad thing, like a 2056, but they are a little bit more expensive as well. So most people just go straight to a 2260 and have done with it. So just to summarise, we'll probably put engine codes on beforehand, but DFSD, DFSB, DFSB, CAYC. So the customers are ready to collect that one. This one's getting some water injection put in it after we've done what we're doing, but he don't want methanol, he just wants to keep it cool for when he's on track. He can just flick a switch and away he goes. And then Keith's pretty much dyno it, done, and we should be good to go. So 4 caddies, all of them's got done sort of end of last week, beginning of this week, as well as tons of other stuff. The dyno's going with other cars on, and we've got a yard full of other cars that need to go on, as well as our own project cars. So we're up to his eyeballs in it, taking bookings for 2021. So cheers anyway.